Okay, so lecture 3.3, independence and conditional probability. Two events A and B are independent if and only if the probability of the intersection of the events is equal to the product of the probability of each event. If an experimenter must make a judgment without data about the independence of events, they base it on their knowledge of the events as discussed in the following example. Independence. Answer the following questions in imperatives. 1. Consider a single fair die rolled twice. What is the probability both rolls are 6? Yeah. So these are independent, right? The one roll does not affect the other roll. One-sixth is your first probability of getting a 6, and 1/6 is the probability of getting a second 6. So 1 over 36 is the probability of getting 2 6s. What changes if the die is biased by a weight such that the probability of getting a 6 is 1/7? So independent. Still independent, right? Now it's just that the probability is 1 over 7 and 1 over 7. So bias is not dependence, right? They're different. 3. What changes if the die are biased by a magnet rolled on a magnetic dice rolling tray, such that the probability of getting a 6 is 1 out of 7. So the magnets influencing the interaction between the dice and the board, the tray, are they influencing each other? No. So these are still independent, right? Should go to what? Casino? Yeah. I know. We should have done a. Yeah. What's the? A study abroad, but we go to Vegas. We could do a study abroad. We could go to Macau is the Vegas of China. Yeah. Macau? Ah. Okay, 4. What changes if there are two dice biased by weights such that probability of getting a 6 is 1/7 rolled once, both resulting in 6? Are these still independent? Yeah, we have no reason to believe that they interact in any obvious way, right? So 1/7, 1/7, 1/49. Okay. What changes if there are two dice biased by magnets rolled together? In this case, they might be able to influence each other, right? I mean, you'd have to do a lot of trials to find out how much they influence each other. But it's reasonable to assume that if you have two magnetic dice, and for instance, one being up might influence the other one nearby in how its orientation is. So potentially they could be dependent on each other. And so we could say possibly dependent. So we shouldn't draw any conclusions about the probability from this equation at least, which assumes independence. Yeah. Okay. So there's a little bit about dependence. Conditional probability. If events A and B are somehow dependent, we need a way to compute the probability of B occurring given that A occurs. This is called the conditional probability of B given that A, and is denoted probability of B and then the vertical bar A. For probability of A greater than 0, it is defined as probability of B given that A is equal to the intersection, or the probability of the intersection of A and B divided by the probability of A. We can interpret this as a restriction of the sample space to A, i.e. the new sample space, omega prime, is equal to a subset of omega. Note that if A and B are independent, we obtain the obvious result. So if A and B are independent, remember what happens to the probability of B given that A, the probability of B given that A is going to be equal to the probability of A times the probability of B divided by the probability of A, which is just equal to the probability of B. So it makes sense. I mean, the formula at least checks out that far, right? Dependence. Consider two unbiased dice rolled once. Let events A be the sum of the faces equal 8, and B equal the faces are equal. What is the probability the faces are equal given that their sum is 8? I'm going to give you guys a minute to work on this. I'll do a stop